What immediately screams trashy parenting to you? Stitcher comment. What
immediately screams trashy parenting to you? What immediate behavior that you see in people that have children that you just automatically know that, oh, you're just a trashy parent? What behavior? Let us know that in the comment section, because a lot of people share the kind of behavior that they feel like if you are doing this and this, you're not supposed to have a child, you're a trashy parent, and that is wrong. Let me share this video for you all to watch together, then I'll share my thoughts at the end of the video.
immediately screams trashy parenting to you? Stitcher comment.
Parents who hit their children. Bonus points if they're a parent to a special needs child. Parents who continue to have kids knowing that they cannot afford them financially, physically, emotionally, and then end up having the older siblings take care of the younger siblings. Parents who prioritize their partners over their kids. Parents who charge their children rent. Parents who would much rather spend $80,000 on a brand new truck or a quinceañera, but don't want to put their children through college or give them that money for a down payment for their future home. Parents who call their children out of their names repeatedly. Parents who scream at their children in public for throwing a tantrum, but then they're showing their child that they can emotionally regulate themselves, but they're trying to make their child emotionally regulate. Expecting all of the daughters to contribute something to the house, but don't expect anything from the sons. Staying in an abusive, toxic relationship, but you stay together for the kids, but all you're doing is really just traumatizing them. And lastly, being your child's biggest hater.
What immediately screams trashy parenting to you?
Okay, is this like a layup question? Okay, so for me, the immediate answer to what makes a parent trashy, this is mainly moms, because dads, they're men, okay? When a mom says, boys will be boys, to give their son a pass on being a shitty human being. Like, for me, that is the ultimate trash bag parenting thing ever. Boys will not be boys. Boys will be what you raise them to be, and they will treat people how you teach them to treat people. And if you constantly are letting them mistreat people and make excuses for it, then you're raising a shitty man. I just want to let you know that. So, no, boys won't be boys. They'll either be kind, good humans, or they'll be like little shitheads behind closed doors where you're not even paying attention to them, and they'll be like terrorizing the fucking because you don't check in with them. So yeah, for me, that's immediate trash, immediate.
What immediately screams trashy parenting to you?
I'm a preschool teacher. I have a list. 1. Sending your child to school in their full soiled diapers or pull-ups that they had worn overnight. I'm not talking about a freshly soiled diaper or pull-up on the car ride to school. I'm talking about the one that they wore overnight. We can tell. 2. Not regularly bathing, showering your child. 3. Sending your child to school when they are clearly sick and miserable. We're just gonna have to call you back and tell you to pick them up. And along with that, number 4, not regularly washing your child's pillows, blankets, mat covers that they use for nap time. You know, the ones that they sweat on during nap time. Like, I get it. Doing laundry every day is tiring. So maybe get your kid different kinds of pillows and blankets and mat covers so that you can alternate them and not have to like wash them every day. But the thing is, your child sweats during nap time. All those germs are being soaked into those pillows, blankets, and mat covers, which is why we ask you guys to wash them. So if you don't want to wash them, buy more pairs of them or wash them. This one really depends, because I know people's jobs can be really demanding and traffic is another thing too. So just, if it doesn't apply, let it slide. But parents who show up at the absolute last minute to pick up their child from school or after school care, like, 1, it's not fair to your child, but also the teachers who have already been there for more than 8 hours, 8 to 10 hours a day. Like, we want to go home too. We have our own kids to take care of. We have our own families to take care of. We don't live at school. Pick up your child. Whenever there's family events at school where the parents come and spend the day with the kids, whether it be for like a certain holiday or something, and they just ignore their child and just talk to the other parents, they see this as like a social between the parents, and they just let their kids run around and be reckless, and so the teachers have to basically watch the kids for the parents. It's like, yeah, obviously this is school, but you're here too. The parents come first. Watch your kids. You can talk to the other parents and also watch your kids.
What immediately screams trashy parenting to you? Stitcher comment.
That would be having more kids than you can afford, or having kids but you continuously pawn your kids off to other family members and friends. Like, you're having other family members and friends generally raise your kids. So in the terms of having more kids than you can afford, that's like having 3, 4, 5 kids and you really can't afford the kids that you have, but you want more. And I mean, like, you're on the cusp of homelessness. You don't have your own like home for the kids. You don't have adequate means of transportation. You don't have a good job. You're in a rocky relationship with your partner where it's like every other day you're breaking up and you're still having kids. Like, why do you bring kids into turmoil or chaoticness? Like, I feel like I just don't understand that. Then you have people who just pawn their kids off to family members to raise, and then they continuously still get pregnant and have kids. Like, why are you don't even want the kids that you have. You're not raising them, so why do you keep having them? I will never understand that. Another thing I can't stand, a term, is we don't have a lot, but we have a lot of love. I feel like that's a cop-out. That's a cop-out to me. Because do these kids really get everything they need? Are they really being taken care of with just love? Like, are they going to the doctor or in the dentist regularly? Are they able to do the activities that they really want to do, the sports that really want to do? Are you helping them with colleges? Are you giving them like a safe home that, you know, is filled with food and they're able to eat? Like, I feel like that's, if you're going to bring a child, like a kid or a child into this world, it's your duty to take care of them to your fullest ability. And if you can only really afford one and you're barely making it, then I feel like just stop at one. Why do you have 2, 3, 4 kids and you can't afford them? I have one kid and I want my daughter to have everything that she needs. I want my daughter to, you know, never have to worry or want for anything. Of course, I'm going to make sure she's not spoiled, but I still want her to be like comfortable and be able to think that, you know, she's not going to stress about like bills and money. Like, you can do the sports you want to do. College, I'm going to help you with that. A car, I'm going to help you with that. Like, if you want to stay with me until you're able to move out on your own, like comfortably, where you're not like, you know, hungry, you can stay with me. Then I might just need only one kid. I'm thinking 2. I think I can afford 2. But I'm like doing the math before I just pop out all these babies, okay? So yeah, y'all need to figure that out.
What immediately screams trashy parenting to you?
Financially speaking, I have a couple of these. The first being parents who will use their kids' name and social security number to set up utility services. And for the life of me, I don't know how they're able to pull it off, but people do it. And then to make matters worse, they don't pay the bills on time, which means their kids end up with bad credit before they even graduate high school. And the second would be parents who financially cut off their kids the moment they turn 18. I can't wrap my head around this because I don't understand what they think happens overnight where a 17-year-old will magically be able to completely support themselves. My senior year in high school, this happened to a girl that I went to Votech with. Now, we were graduating in June, but her birthday was earlier in the year, around like maybe March or February. So when she turned 18, her parents, they had a rule in their house where once you turn 18 and you're an adult, you're on your own. But when she turned 18, she had a choice. She either had to get her own apartment or start paying rent. And she was also responsible for her own food, her own clothes, what have you. It was on her. Her parents were no longer going in their pocket. And sure enough, when she turned 18, all of this fell on her, even though she was still in high school and had about 3 or 4 months until she got her diploma.
What immediately screams trashy parenting to you?
Buckle up, I've got a few. So some of y'all aren't going to like this, but I think one of the trashiest things that you can do as a parent is continue to have kids that you cannot afford. I see it a lot in parents that keep having one gender and they want the other, and they can't afford the children that they have, but they keep going because they want that other gender. There was a guy that my dad worked with who wanted a son. He had 6 girls before he finally had a son, and he could not afford 2 of them. That is so trashy to me. But even the people that don't do it over the gender thing, or they just keep having children just to keep having them, or they don't practice safe cuddling, and they just keep having kids that they can't afford, that's so unfair to your children's lives. They did not ask to be brought into this world only to be neglected because you can't afford to take care of them. Another thing, parents who smoke and drive with the windows up and their kids are in the car. Parents who smoke in their house. Parents who smoke in their car even when their kids aren't in there because their kids are getting in there and it smells awful. Parents who drink and drive. And this isn't just when your kids are in the car. It's worse when your kids are in the car, obviously, because you're endangering their lives. However, if you drink and drive while your kids are not in the car, you're putting yourself in a position to be taken away from them because you're doing something that is illegal and can kill other people. In today's day and age where Uber and taxis are everywhere, it is disgusting that people drink and drive. Another one is parents who put their personal wants before their kids' needs. Let's say your kid needs dental work, or they need new clothes, or they need a certain medication, and you can't afford it because you continuously spend all your money on personal wants. Video games, car parts, hobbies, whatever it may be. If you prioritize your wants over your kids' needs, you should not be a parent. And I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times, I will continue to say it. Parents who build their platform off of exploiting their children on the internet. Now, I don't think that your kids should be on your TikTok. However, there's a very big difference between your child being in a video or two, maybe a handful of videos, and it's an innocent video and you're just explaining stuff, whatever. I'm talking about the family influencers who post every aspect of their child's life. That's how they make their money. If you can't build a platform off of your own content, then you suck at making content. Your children should not be the center of your content. It is dangerous. And not only that, but your kids are being brought up that there's no kind of privacy. Millions of people on the internet know every aspect of their children's lives, and it's very gross to me. Also, grown adults who just pick fights, and they want to fight everybody, and they try to fight everybody. Like, you're a grown adult, and you're teaching your kids that fighting people is okay.
Immediately screams trashy parenting to you.
Here's a list of trashy parenting things from a former teacher. Let's go. Kids not wearing helmets. You are a bad parent if you are allowing this. Shame on you. When your kid comes to school smelling like cigarettes or Snoop Dogg, look, I don't care what you do in your own time, but how is your kid coming to school smelling like a full-on party at 7:30 in the morning? Spanking your child. And then when the issue of hitting comes up with these students, it's parents that get so mad at the teacher or incredibly mad at the child for when this occurs. And it's like, parents are the child's first teacher, and if you're spanking at home, then yeah, they're going to probably be hitting at school. Parents wanting to be their child's friend. As my dad would say, I'm not one of your little friends, Nate, and being a parent isn't always the funnest job in the world, and sometimes we gotta look like the bad guy. It's okay for your kids to be mad at you. Jesus. Missing parent-teacher conferences. I don't care if you have to work. It is 2 to 3 days out of the freaking year for about 30 minutes to 45 minutes, if it's really long, that you need to put aside for your child's education. And if you can't do that, kids cussing in front of their parents. And you wonder why kids cuss in front of their teachers, why they address them a certain way, how they address, like, the public in general, like police officers, nurses, customer service people. It's like, what the? Having your boyfriend or girlfriend watch your kids. I can't tell you how many CPS calls I've had to make because you allowed or a parent has allowed a boyfriend or girlfriend to watch their kid. You know how I know what happens? Kids talk. They talk a lot. And last, YouTube parents. You know what? Your kids are going to give you your karma that you deserve, but shame on you. Trashy parenting.
What screams trashy parenting for me, first of all, is having a child when you don't have money. I feel like that is the number one and that is the greatest of them all. Having a child when you don't have, getting pregnant when you know clearly that you've not even taken care of the one that you already have. In fact, you don't even know what you're doing. You just start having children back to back. To me, I just feel like you're not ready to be a parent. And that scream trashy parent. The one that is worse is you know you already have like 2 or 3 children, but you keep having children again and again because you feel like children are a gift from God and because you can reproduce. So you keep having them back to back to back to back. I personally feel like having them screams trashy parenting. There's no how you're going to actually pay attention to each and every one of your children. I remember this family that had like, is it 13 children? There were so much, can't even, so many children. And she was pregnant. In fact, she just had a baby. She was carrying a baby, I think 6 months old on her lap or something. Then she was trying to announce pregnancy. She was pregnant again after having like 13 or that's to me that's trashy parenting. I do not understand because even the eldest daughters are the ones that are going through it in that family. They're the ones that are going through the whole labor at the end of the day. To me, that's scream trashy parenting because you can even afford to take care of a lot of children. I do not think having so many children it's another thing that screams trashy parenting to me is taking your child or your children to a place that children are not supposed to be in. There's some hangouts, there's some places that you're not supposed to see children in that space. But then you see some families who take all their children, even babies, to that kind of gathering. I just feel like that scream trashy parenting to me, especially to the bar. If you go to the bar, you go to a lounge, sometimes you see a baby, you see a child, there. There's some bars that you can take, or very. I feel like there's a particular time you should take them to those places, but then you see them still there at a certain time while they are smoking and all of that in front of these children. And I feel like to me personally, that screams trashy parenting because I feel like your child not supposed to be here. And even if your child is here, go to a section whereby it's going to be safe for them to inhale proper air instead of them being in a closed space that everybody's smoking. Like I just feel like that scream trashy parenting to me. For the boy moms, the ones that do not correct their boys because they feel like it's a boy, it's just a boy, or it's a boy. In it, like the fact that they don't even train their boys, trashy. They are trashy parents because some of them just feel like their boys are supposed to be pampered, or you maltreat your girls, but then when you have a boy child, you treat the child like an egg and all of that. Trashy parenting. Those boy mom trashy. For me, they are just trashy. I also agree with one of the creators that was saying exploiting your children of social media. I also see that as being trashy. There's nothing wrong with posting your child, cute little things, pictures, even if they model a clothes for you. Another, there's nothing wrong with doing that. But I feel like there are some families that actually will intentionally post some content to drag some particular viewers to their page, and when they know that these particular viewers are watching those contents and they're making money off it, they not keep bringing that content back to back. That's trashy parenting. That's trash, especially girl child. They usually do this to a girl child. They'll start posting some kind of weird things, and the people that watch those videos are all these old men that they are lonely and miserable. Those are the ones that we watch and be commenting and be sending money and be doing all of that. Those are the audience, target audience. Because I don't understand why a girl child is having a page on social media and our core audience are grown men that are miserable and old. And of course, she's not the one that is posting these things on social media, is her mother. So if the mom or the parents already see that these are the people that we're attracting, and they already see how it's unsafe for the child, and they keep posting, trashy. You're a trashy parent. You guys, can you share your own thoughts down in the comment section? What scream trashy parenting to you immediately when you see it? Let us know down in the comment section, respectfully. As always, Sugar Mara David, and thank you so much for tuning in today's video. I hope you enjoyed this one. Please like and share and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one, guys.